Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
Hola, party peoples. Hello. I hope everybody can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me. Because we be having a hard time with the sound sometimes. And I have to be like, can you hear me? I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope everybody enjoyed Smackdown. It was a pretty incredible show towards the end. I'll say towards the end, it was 1000% solid. Okay? Solid. It was an amazing show. So, let's get into the beginning. SmackDown started off the way Raw started off. It gave us John Cena. He came out. He didn't get the chance to talk, thank God, because Randy came out there. And essentially what Randy did was he tried to play to the side of John Cena that we all remember, but that man is long gone, clearly. And he is still bitter and still toxic and still angry about whatever the fuck he's angry about. At this point, I really just don't give a damn. I just don't care. It's been 2 months, and in the span of those 2 months, he has managed to continue to spew the same rhetoric over and over and over again. At least with Drew McIntyre, it has some legitimacy. Like, you can understand why Drew is still stuck in this ever never ending cycle of woe is me, because he literally was screwed out of title shots, out of championship runs. Like, that was legitimate, right? John Cena has no reason to be upset with anyone, if we're being fair. His entire anger is toward the WWE universe, and no matter who he goes up against, he always redirects his anger towards us. He's not even attempting to direct his anger towards the people that he has to compete against until they say something that draws him in. Now, with Randy brought up everything. Randy said to him, listen, I don't understand what's going on here, but you can't tell me that you're looking in the eyes of the people who got you here, who made sure you were at the top, who kept you on their shoulders, and they ushered you into the door of Hollywood, watch your movies, pay to see you, and then sit here and say that you don't give a damn about them, that they don't matter to you, that nothing that they do does anything for you, when in all actuality, if they stop paying attention to you or this company and wrestling in general, we all are out of a job. Wrestling exists because of them. And John Cena didn't want to hear it. He basically called everybody lazy, fat, dumb, stupid. They're worthless. They have nothing going on in their lives. They didn't do anything. He did everything. He's the reason why everything is great. Yeah. Essentially, that's the logistics of it. And Randy Orton is just like, I was stupid. I was stupid to come out here because in this bizarro world, which I have to 1000% agree, it is a bizarro world that we are looking at a heel John Cena and a face Randy Orton. Never in a day. In a span of 25 years, did I ever think that we would see a heel John Cena facing off against a face Randy Orton? Never in a day. Never thought I would ever see that. Okay. But we are. And essentially, Randy was just like, I thought I could talk to you man to man. And I could see that this was the wrong approach. Like, you are legitimately losing your shit. He was like, you think when Cody comes out in the beginning of his music, he says wrestling has more than one royal family. He said it is. It's more than one family. It's my family. 3 generations. My kids that come behind me, when they get ready to wrestle, if they decide to wrestle, I'm doing this for them. And he's like, this is what you say? This is how you talk to us? This is how you treat the people? And he told him to shut up. He told him he was a bumbling buffoon, a moron, or some shit like that. And he was just like, I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. Essentially, what he said to him was, I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. Okay. He said, I'm going to take this championship. He said, you at 14, I hit my 17. I don't have to do nothing else. But he said, I've essentially stopped time. And he said, they're going to create another aluminum paper championship and you will start over at 0. Now, let me ask you a question. Let me ask y'all something. That in itself is a bold-faced lie. But I'm going to ask y'all something. How many iterations of championships have we seen? Now, think about it, because 2 weeks ago, Cody Rhodes brought all of them out there. The Winged Eagle Championship, the Spinner Belt, the new title, the previous championship, the that old school World Heavyweight Championship. He brought all of them. He brought all the titles out there. It's been at least 10 iterations of the WWE Championship, right? And I don't know about y'all, but I ain't never seen none of the superstars start over when a new championship is introduced. That didn't happen with Seth Rollins. They just added a title to his title reigns. Is that not what they did? They gave Roman the undisputed championship, the gold one, but he retired the blue and the red titles for the WWE championship. He retired both of them belts, right? Well, it was black and blue when he got it. They kept the title black and they had the universal title blue, I think, when he got it. And then they retired it to the gold title that he has. So Roman got the black WWE championship, the blue universal championship, and he has the gold one, which is the ultimate one, right? But he was walking around with the black title that, well, the black title with the gold face that John Cena currently is using, right? So my question is this: when has WWE ever made the superstar start over at 0 because a new title is introduced? Y'all let me know. I'll wait. I will wait. Matter of fact, I'll give you a 30-second timer. Y'all tell me if WWE has ever, in the women's division, tag team division, in the mid card, if they have ever restarted a person's number of title reigns because a new title has been introduced. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. I'm gonna give it to you. Okay, so I'm gonna see what y'all said, because I think maybe I was tripping. Maybe I'm crazy. Am I crazy? I can be sometimes. I can admit that, but I'm not crazy now. At least I don't think I am. Sometimes. Anyway, let me see. She said, Brain said it's been at least 15 different versions. Child, a lot. She said that's how many versions of titles. Okay. Yeah. I think they almost tried it with Dolph, but they let him have it in the end. I am crazy sometimes. But I ain't never seen him do that. Because think about it. If that's the case, then how come Charlotte Flair's ain't been reset? Or Rhea Ripley's? Rhea Ripley's title reigns ain't never been reset. They've never reset Rhea Ripley's. They haven't reset. They didn't reset Finn's and say Finn got to start over from zero. He was the inaugural Universal Champion, right? They ain't reset Finn's title reign. When the new title, the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw, came into play, nobody's title reigns got reset. They added to Seth's title reigns. Right now, the way John Cena is prefacing this, right? He's saying with the new title, if you get the new title, he would have to start off at one with this brand new title. Okay, so that's what he's saying. My problem with the conversation is it doesn't matter how many different titles he holds. They combine those titles together. Those title reigns are usually combined together. That is how Ric Flair is a 16-time champion. Those are NWA title reigns, if I recall, because he was in NWA and the other promotion that he was in, which it slips my mind. So pardon me if I'm not up to par on all the wrestling shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not. Vacant titles is not as prestigious as defeating the incumbent champ. Well, according to your current champion, it is. that that's your current champion. It breaks the lineage of champs. This is what I'm saying. He's saying that the title is gonna reset because the WWE title will no longer exist because he's taking it with him. Sure, whatever. Take it. At this point, take it. Take it and ride off into the sunset. Because the thing is, it doesn't matter who has the title. The title is determined. The person who holds it is the one who is put up at the top. And the person who has the current belt that is in circulation, and it goes back to what Octane said. He said that vacant titles is not as prestigious as defeating the incumbent champ. It depends on which title you are considering is the big title. So for WWE, they could very well say, well, John Cena's title is no longer relevant. The better title or the new title now is going to be the Winged Eagle title. They could do that, and that still would uphold WWE status. And John Cena could make the claim that he's the last WWE champion in history. Cool. At this point, do it. Do it, because I'm tired. I'm exhausted, and it's only been 2 months. I feel like we're gonna be stuck in this never-ending toxic relationship with you, and I just want you to move on with your life. It really irritates me, and I know that this is all done by design, and he's supposed to be irritating and annoying, and that's cool. Love that for us. But my thing is this: I just want it to be entertaining while he still does his job. And for me, John Cena is not entertaining like this. He sucks the life out of everything. It's just not fun. The only thing that is fun is watching him eat everybody's finisher. But then we know how this is going to end. He's going to go to Backlash. Randy Orton is going to lose in his hometown. And we're going to be stuck with round 2 of who's going to challenge John Cena now. And it's just not, it's going to be never ending until probably SummerSlam. And I'm not a fan. Blame Dwayne. Well, he himself said he would have changed, he would have done things differently for the ending of the show for Mania. I don't know what he would have done differently other than be out there, but it's not interesting. It's not fun. Yeah, It's not fun to watch. Is all I'm saying. And this is coming from a John Cena fan. This is coming from somebody who loves John Cena to pieces. I'm just not entertained by you. I'm irritated by the thought of having to watch you cut a promo, cutting everybody in the crowd, all of us at home, cutting us down again. And I just don't want to watch that. Like, and then the rebuttal you get is, well, that's what you guys gave to John Cena for over 20 years. And it's like, I didn't give John Cena that type of smoke, but because certain people did, we all being lumped into the same situation. And that right there in itself is a major problem for me as well. You allowed the loudness of the boos and the loudness of people's negativity towards you to overtake the loudness of people cheering and coming to see you and being happy that you were there. Like, you have sullied your own reputation, you have sullied your entire existence, all because you don't like the fact that people don't like you. Sound like some beta male shit to me, but go off, sis. It ended with John Cena attacking Randy Orton and beating him, stomping him out. Randall was able to get the drop on him and hit him with a gnarly RKO. And that's where John Cena was laid out on his back, which is usually where he is. This is gonna be how it is every week. He's gonna get taken out every week, and then come St. Louis at Backlash. He's gonna come out there, he's gonna wrestle for a couple minutes, and then somebody's gonna come out there and help him, or he's gonna low blow Randall. Randall's gonna, eat the pin, and he's gonna walk away with the title. I'm just giving y'all the heads up now so you can kind of understand what's going to happen, because it's going to happen. Now, Tiffany Stratton brought her ass out there. If you care, she came out there to tell everybody that she's still the champ, which, bitch, we know. And that's when Jay came out there. And Jay was just like, yeah, you beat Charlotte. Congratulations. Good for you. But you being Charlotte doesn't mean anything. She said a lot of people have beaten Charlotte. The problem I have is you seem to think that push you at the top of the mountain, but what it did was just create a bigger target on your back. So she said, now that I'm done with Naomi and I done got her out the way, I think it's time for me to start going after championships. What I came here to do was to collect championships. And unfortunately for you, you have something that I want. So we can either do this right now or we can do it later, but we're gonna do it one way or another. And Tiffany was like, well, since you want to go at it, then girl, let's get a ref down here and we can fight. I don't have no problems. Ref Bay came down there, match was started. Now, for the most part, the match was okay, but it was very slow, and it was almost like, how can I explain it? Like, you know how you watch people dance and you can kind of see them dictating the moves in their head. It was a very 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's what it looked like to me. I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad about the match, but it wasn't good. And I think that Jade and Tiffany don't have great chemistry with each other. However, chemistry can be built over time, but it was a very slow match and it had its moments. Jade was able to catch Tiffany before she was able to hit that Alabama slam, and she was able to hit her with a gnarly power bomb that was actually really well done. There was some botches in the match, but it wasn't bad. And both women seemed to be a little off, but I equate that to the long weekend. However, Tiffany and Jade had plenty of time off to perfect this match. I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but I will say I don't think they have great chemistry, and they do need to work on that in the ring. It wasn't a bad match, but it wasn't a good match either. It was just one of those matches that you would play in the background. However, as the match progressed, it got better. So I will give them that, okay? The parts of this match that wasn't necessarily bad, but it really gave you what you needed was Naomi coming out and attacking Jade, because she's making it very clear that their feud is far from over. And then you had Nia Jax come out and attack Tiffany Stratton. Now in the back, Nia is back there and she comes across Naomi and she tells Naomi that she doesn't care what she got going on Jade, but she needs to stay out of her way when it comes to Tiffany Stratton. And Naomi straight up told her, like, as long as you proceed with caution, which is stay the fuck out my business. Okay. And then Naomi gonna call her rude. I mean, Nia gonna call Naomi rude. Bitch, you got in her face. That was you. You got in her face and told her that she needed to stay out of your way. And when I say you were in her face, you were in her face. You lucky you didn't catch a fade, ho. Because I would have slapped the dog shit out your ass. I'd have been like, first of all, you and your breath gotta back up. Back up. Okay, that's the second thing. Out of my face. Okay. Secondly, whatever I do don't have nothing to do with you. I was out there first, was I not? So whatever you had going on with Tiffany had nothing to do with me. Did you see me going there messing with Tiffany Stratton? No, I went after the person I went after. So you need to mind your motherfucking business before you get hurt around here. Okay? Go on somewhere. Go on now. Before I give you a forehead from that 7 head. Okay? All right. Because you're getting on my nerves. Naomi's gear is fire. Naomi's gear always fire, honestly. She's always killing it with the gear. We had that. Oh, first match of the night actually was between Legado del Fantasma and WWE's, SmackDown's newest acquisition of Fraxium. Fraxium has been pulled from NXT into the tag team division for SmackDown, which is a very, very good pickup for SmackDown. SmackDown's tag team division is very, very hot, especially after that championship match we just saw. But Fraxium made it very clear that they are beyond ready to be on the main roster, competing against Legado del Fantasma and beating them. Poor Legado del Fantasma. They ain't got a win yet. They ain't got a W yet. They have been getting their asses handed to them for weeks on end. I don't know when they're going to let up. I don't know when. I'm waiting, but damn. Ugh. Ugh. It's so crazy. Anyways, the match was good between both teams, but unfortunately for Legado del Fantasma, they just could not get on one accord to beat Fraxium at their speed and athleticism. Even though Humberto and Angel are just as athletic, they do not have their speed, or they're just Fraxium is just a good tag team. They just work very well together. So I don't know, but I see championship gold in their future. Do I see it in the near future? Maybe not quite, but it's there. Okay. Now listen. As I said, the tag team division is budding, but we will get to the tag team division because Solo and Jacob came out there and decided they wanted to address the WWE Universe. But it was more like Solo was out there bragging about bringing Jacob Fatu to the WWE, bragging about how he was on the streets, bragging about how he saw potential and he brought him in. It was me. It was me. It was me. It was me. And Jacob Fatu was like, nigga, give me this motherfucking microphone. Now he said, I told you that I was going to win this championship. I told you that I was going to bring this title to the family. And I told you I was going to do it with you or without you. Now, shit. That's when LA Knight came out there. LA Knight said, now look, I give you props. I give you props, babe. You went out there, you did your thing. He said, I hit you with the BFT. I told you I was going to give you a BFT. You ate that BFT. But he said, you had a little bit better ring awareness than I thought. Kudos, you was able to get a win. I can't even be mad at you. But he said, I went in the back and everybody's telling me, yo, LA, you had a banger of a match. But I said, nah. Okay. That's not what I want. I came to get this championship. And he said, if you don't understand what I'm saying, let me say it plain. I want my championship rematch. And your ass gonna give it to me. Then Drew McIntyre's music hit. You know what? Hold on. Let me see if I got it. Let me see if I got something that will help express my frustration. Let me see. Let me see what I got. Let me see. Let me see what I got. I think I do. I got something.
So you put sugar on your grits, huh? Okay.
Yeah, that helped me feel better. That gave me a little bit of something how I felt. Okay, you just Drew come out there, you just stand there, you just like you just like
no man likes that.
we don't like it. We don't like it. We don't like it at all. Okay, you just when Drew came out there, I was like,
Who the is that?
who is that? Why? Why is you here? I'm upset. He come out, same story. I've been screwed over. People don't listen. I'm a truth teller. Blah, 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 blah. LA Knight was in the corner like, please wake me up when you get finished, my nigga. Please. We're tired. Ugh. Ugh. I was like, please. Can we get a break from the crying? Hey, my man or not, I can still tell the truth. I ain't never been that jaded by no man that I didn't tell the truth. Now, let's keep it real. I may like somebody and I'll ride for them all day, but when they wrong, they dead ass wrong. And he is wrong. Period. Point blank. I am tired of this. It's been over a year and we are still in this same wheelhouse. It's like, you ever seen a little kid and they finally get on their big wheel or they finally get on a tricycle and they don't know how to ride, so they just ride around in a circle and they finally figure out that you can go straight? It's like, Drew, please turn the bike straight. Please. And just ride down the street. Spare us the bullshit. We're tired. Now, to save y'all some money, some bullshit, and some time, and some money, child. Okay, save y'all a little bit of coins so you don't have to go watch it. The man basically demanded a title shot against Jacob Fatu because he felt like he beat up Damian Priest and he done with Priest, so he don't have to worry about him. And he gonna look at the camera and say, Priest, I'm sorry that I'm glad I beat your ass in front of your family and your friends. And I was like, it wasn't too long ago that you got your ass whooped in front of your wife and lost your championship in front of your wife. The one thing that LA Knight got him together with, because one thing you can't bring up Drew McIntyre is somebody's title reign being irrelevant. That's not a good place for you. That is a kill shot straight at your heart, babes. You should know better. Okay? Never spray somebody with somebody else's BS when you know yours is just as funky. Okay? Stop being stupid. You sat up there and said that LA Knight's title reign was irrelevant. LA Knight was like, bitch, I would talk about your title reign, but I can't remember it. Because it lasted that long. 5 minutes. The fuck? What's wrong with you? Like, you're gonna get caught every time. Cut. Deep. Now look. The boys got to arguing. LA Knight and Drew got ready to come to the blows. And Nikki came out there and was like, before y'all start tearing up my ring and messing up my show, how about y'all just go in the back, put y'all shit on, and then come out here with a ref and y'all can have a real match. And whoever wins gets to be the number one contender. Yes. Yes. Great. Great. That'll be up next. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. And then he went to the back. Okay. Because he went with the bullshit. Now, They had their match later on that night. It was right before the tag team match. But baby, let me tell y'all about Zelina Vega. Okay. Zelina Vega faced off against Chelsea Green for the United States Championship. Now, Zelina has 2 wins over Chelsea Green, one of them being a countout and the other being a legit win. The last time Chelsea faced off against Zelina Vega, she hit Chelsea with a super cold red. Chelsea couldn't get out of that. Zelina Vega beat her clean. So this week, Zelina Vega was challenging Chelsea Green for the U.S. Championship. And baby, that little woman won. She won despite the interference from the her service and everything in between. Zelina Vega is your new Women's United States Championship. And I could not be happier for Zelina. I'm sad that Chelsea's title reign came to an end. But I do like the fact that Chelsea was able to have some time in that title with that championship. She was able to have at least 2 feuds with that title and wrestled multiple people with the championship and for the championship. So Chelsea did legitimize the United States Championship, and we love that for Chelsea. But I am very happy for Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega was able to get her very first championship the very same night that her husband re-debuted in the WWE. And I can't think of a better way for her to celebrate than to be able to be on the road with her husband again and they be together and live their lives as a unit where he's not off in one place and she's off in another. They get to be together now. And I love that for both of them. The next segment was about Aleister Black. We saw Miz give Carmelo Hayes this big ass Andre the Giant chain that looked fake and ugly. The least you could have done is got it in platinum and had it decked out in some moistenites or something. Like y'all really irritate me, and I hate that for us. It was a stupid chain. I'm sorry, it was stupid. But Carmelo accepted it, and they proceeded forward. Now Miz went out there to complain that he was not on the card for Mania. There were many openings that he could have been used in, and he felt like with him being a former champion, a former tag team champion, former this, former that, an A-lister, somebody who draws people in, he should have been considered for that slot instead of a flash in the pan like Joe Hendry. Them was his words, not mine. That's when it went black, literally. And Aleister Black showed up. Old music and very old entrance. He came up from the ground, candles showing and everything. And I was like, oh, my baby's back. Aleister came down there and Aleister looked the fuck good. Okay. Aleister is very trim, very svelte. It's in his face, all in his body. He done tightened up, toned up body wise. The girls is giving body arty. The men is giving body arty, honey. Okay. Body arty. Drew is the kid that keeps crying to put coins in the mechanical pony in front of the supermarket. You know what? You are not lying. That is a very accurate description. Thank you for that, Octane. You on your P's and Q's today. You was with the shits today, and I appreciate you. You know he tearing up her. Nicole, you cannot say stuff like that. You cannot say stuff like that. He came out there and he looked absolutely amazing. Okay. We getting OG Aleister Black. Okay. OG Aleister. He came out there. He didn't say a word. The Miz walked up and Aleister Black masked the shit out of him. I said, oh. I ain't seen a black man in a long time. Do you understand how deprived I was from seeing people's heads get kicked off? My God, it was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day, honey. The Miz was laid out with his white. He had on all white too, except for his shoes, which I thought was an interesting choice. But I mean, he had on some. He had on some decent shoes, but he had on all white, an all white double-breasted suit, white tie, white shirt. Everything was white except for his shoes, which, like I said, I thought that was an interesting choice. Oh, it was so good. She said, now we getting black and gold Alistair on the main roster. Girl, that man is he is in impeccable shape. When I tell you that he is felt and toned, you can see it in his face. You can see that man's bone structure. I said, oh, Alistair is ready. Alistair is ready. Now you got to think. Think about who's on the roster right now in WWE. Okay. You have Jacob Fatu, Alistair Black, and we'll include The Miz in there because The Miz is a prominent fixture, and a lot of people forget about The Miz, right? You got The Miz, Carmelo Hayes, okay? You got LA Knight, you got Drew McIntyre, okay? If Gargano and Ciampa separate, you have Johnny Gargano, you have Ciampa. If I'm being fair, this mid card to main division is very, very stacked. It's very stacked. And it's going to be hard to decide. And you got Damian Priest over on SmackDown. SmackDown has a very stacked card. It's a lot of potential going down on SmackDown. It's very stacked over there. It's crazy how heavy SmackDown really is. Like, if we're being fair, and that's not even like the tag team, that's just the mid and the main event title scene. Like, that men's division on SmackDown is heavy. It's heavy, girl. I am telling y'all, it's stacked. Tell him, Kayla. Tell him, Kayla, because he's stupid. Tell him, leave. You get your title, you get your ass out of there. You don't stay around lingering, fool. Hunter loves him too. I know he do, child. I know he do. He got to go get all his babies. You know, he got to go get all his babies. You know what I'm saying? They was free. He said, Papa needs you. Papa needs you. Come on. Come on. Come on. We have work to do. Papa has work to do, and you're going to help me. So come on. Shit. That men's division is nasty. It's crazy. It's crazy when you really sit back and think about the men's. Look, and I forgot about Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix is over there. You got Ray Phoenix. You got Humberto. You got Angel Garza. You got Santos Escobar. Okay? You got so many fucking people in that mid-card to main event title scene. That men's division is nuts. And if used right, it could be real crazy. Real crazy. Braun Strowman is over there. And you still got Drew McIntyre. Like, ugh. So many people. Wait a minute, JJ, what's going on over there? AJ, what happened?
Boss.
No, but what were they doing?
Just going to the area trying to find a way out, and Gustav seen the rose right there.
Oh, okay.
And it reminded him of Sophie, and when he picked up the rose, the thing attacked.
Oh, he saw Sophie when he saw the rose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Nicole says SmackDown roster clears Raw, but Raw's stories are better. I agree. Some of them possible matches could slap. Right? Just think about the combos that you can get. You know what I really want to see? Not to go off topic, but what I really want to see is Ray Phoenix face off against Carmelo Hayes. Like, I legit want to see that because I feel like that's going to be a fire ass match. Like, I think that shit going to slap. I really want to see that. And I want to see Jacob and Alistair go toe to toe. I want to see that. I want to see that. I feel like that's SummerSlam quality matchup, though. Yes, Ray Phoenix is over there. And you got Solo. I intentionally left Solo out. I intentionally left him out. I did. I would tell y'all why, but I feel like you should know why. Tama Tonga, yes. But see, I feel like when Tonga Loa comes back, G.O.D. gets in that tag team division mix, and it's about to be on. Speaking of the tag teams, let's get into the tag team match. Banger. So freaking good. Oh my God. It was insane. I'm just going to go over Drew's match with LA Knight real quick. Okay. So Drew had the match with LA Knight. The match ended up ending with Solo interfering on Drew's behalf, which almost gave Drew the win. But Damian Priest came out and attacked Drew, which cost that cost LA Knight the match. So LA Knight was pissed, but Jacob came and attacked everybody. So I think what is going to end up happening is a fatal 4-way where you're going to see Jacob, Damian, Drew, and LA Knight all competing for the United States Championship at Backlash, which I will not mind because honestly, that's going to be fun. Like, it's going to be full on chaos and it'll be fun. So do whatever, but they planning a lot of, he is injured. Yeah, he injured. And they planning a lot of stuff, so I feel like that's going to be good. They got a lot of multi matches that they keep doing so, but I like the fact that they're including everybody and not leaving certain people off. I'm okay with that. But this freaking match went so stupid. It was so fucking good. Oh my God. Every tag team, DIY, Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, so fucking good. They had stunts in this match. They were so outside batshit bonkers. The way Montez Ford was just throwing his body and caution to the fucking wind, and they were out there beating the living hell out of each other. Montez dove over the top rope onto fucking Ciampa, took out everybody. Ciampa did what does he call it? That silence, white noise, or what is it? I can't remember what it's called.
He did white noise.
Is it called white noise? Mm-hmm. He laid out Montez with the white noise on the motherfucking ladder. Is it called the silence or white noise? I can't remember the name of it. He did his finisher on the fucking ladder, laid out Montez for a minute. Fucking Chris Sabin jumped off the top turnbuckle, took out Dawkins on the table. They was using chairs. They were beating the shit out of him. Dawkins dove off the top of the ladder because Ciampa was holding on to the fucking belts. Dawkins speared this nigga off the goddamn belts. Just towed him up. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the hell? Oh, girl. Not you asking for a refund. I could have watched this match at Mania. Ma'am, when I tell you I was pissed because this could have been a Mania match and it would have been insane for Mania. Do you realize the pop that they would have got at Mania if they would have been able to see this? And the Street Profits won. The Street Profits won this match. The kind of shit that all of them was doing, the way that they put their all into this fucking match, if they didn't get no bonus for the shit they did today, that they could have done at Mania and could have been highlighted and seen, and this tag team division would be even bigger because more people would have been seeing it and would be invested in it. WWE, you wrong. You wrong as two left shoes, because I can tell you right now, the New Day's match with motherfucking Viking Raiders was boring. It was boring. And we could have been watching this. I'm going to say it again. We could have been watching this at WrestleMania, but you gave us punk ass New Day when we could have been watching this. Nah, Jared. Nah, because they was gonna put Logan Paul on the fucking card either way. But the New Day's match should have been on Monday. And you should have had this match at Monday on WrestleMania. Now shit. You could have cut out the fucking luchador match, if we being fair. I ain't trying to shit on Rey Fenix, because Rey Fenix got his time. He was able to wrestle at Mania. It's a bucket list moment for him. I love that for him. But let's keep it fucking real. Okay? They drafted him in the 4th round?
No, they only did the 2nd and the 3rd round today. He didn't get picked in the 3rd.
He didn't get picked in the 3rd at all?
Nope.
By nobody? What is happening?
No.
Y'all, I'm sorry. We talking about Shadur Sanders and how he didn't get drafted. Cleveland didn't pick him up either, which I'm surprised. We ended up picking a quarterback from Oregon, which AJ told me stat-wise, this quarterback from Oregon ain't that great, but he's not bad either. However, child, I'm so angry that they did this with them, because the Street Profits, and this is the thing, this is not taking nothing away from Motor City Machine Guns or DIY. They did absolutely exceptional in this match. But when I tell you that Montez was throwing his body every way which forward, okay, Montez was tearing shit up, and Dawkins' big ass was jumping off of turnbuckles, tables, flanging by. When I tell you this is a match you need to watch, I'm not lying to you. I'm not playing with you. If you ain't seen it, get your ass up and go to your phone or go on your TV and pull it up. Go watch it. Because I'm telling you, it's worth it. Whatever clips you can find, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. I'm finna finish posting my clips on my Instagram. You can watch it on mine if you want to. Wherever you want to watch that, you need to watch it. When I tell you all 6 of these men did an exceptional job in this match, I cannot stress that enough. I really can't. And the only way you're going to understand what I'm saying is if you go watch it. I'm pretty sure the WWE YouTube channel got a clip of that match somewhere. But when I tell you, you are going to feel like you missed a lot, it's because you did. This whole match, this was the last 20 to 30 minutes of the show. And when I tell you that it was moving at a speed that if you blinked, you was going to miss something. If you turned and left the room, you was going to miss something. I was so blown away, and it was so many twists and turns. You didn't know who was going to win. So many people got up there on that ladder and almost got them belts, from Ciampa to Motor City Machine Guns. Even the Street Profits had a moment where they almost got the titles, but didn't. It was that last 10 seconds where Montez was able to come in and save the day and get them damn titles. When I tell you this shit was so fucking lit, this was a spectacular match. It was solid from start to finish. And they were not fucking playing. They went into this match and said they ain't want to put us on Mania. fuck it. Let's give them a Mania style, Mania quality, Mania level match. Now, let me tell y'all something. I give Road Dogg a lot of shit. I do. I give that man a lot of shit. But he booked a solid show today. Was it like over the top grand like Raw was? No. But SmackDown was a slow burn. It slowly built up to what it needed to, and you got to see everything piece by piece. They didn't add in no fillers or shit that didn't need to be seen. SmackDown showed you what they wanted you to see, and they made sure to start putting the ducks in a row for Backlash. I can't say the same for Monday Night Raw, which I feel like is part of the reason why Raw is so fucking chaotic. All we know is that Seth is now taking over, and Seth is at the top of the mountain, or so he believes. And now you have Jey Uso as champ. We don't know who Jey Uso could potentially be feuding with within the next couple of weeks. You still have Io Sky as champ. We really don't know who she could be feuding with within the next couple of weeks. Yes, Rhea has decided that she is not giving up her title shot or her pursuit of the championship, but we don't know who Io's next opponent is going to be. We already know who Lyra Valkyria probably going to be facing off against. They set that up. We don't know who the Intercontinental Champion is going to be facing off against. They ain't set that up. The tag team titles don't have no opponents. They ain't set that shit up. New Day don't have no opponents. The Raquel and Cobra back ain't got no opponents. There's nothing that's been set up for any of the champions on Raw. But SmackDown's champions have already been set. Backlash already has a match scheduled. Randy versus John Cena. That's the SmackDown card. Then you've got Jacob. He's got 3 potential opponents that he's just laid out. They can either make them do a triple threat to determine who the number 1 contender is, or they could go into the medium of having them do a fatal 4-way. For the United States Women's Championship, that title just changed hands. However, they have laid the groundwork for Chelsea to get a rematch for that championship at Backlash. So you have 3 potential matches set up for Backlash already. The women's championship, again, you got Nia Jax who attacked Tiffany Stratton today. That could very well lead to a match at Backlash. Nia Jax is owed a rematch for that championship. They did skip over her, but that's probably because she was injured. She was low-key injured. You got that set up. You still got Jade and Naomi who are possibly going to battle it out again at Backlash because Naomi has attacked Jade. So you've got Jade and Naomi. You've got the tag team titles have been set, but they haven't started a feud for those yet, but they may. Motor City Machine Guns may request that they get a title shot, a one-on-one title shot that's uninterrupted. You feel what I'm saying? So it's possible. But seeing as how they just lost the title shot, it looks like they move it to the back of the line. Don't know what they're going to do with the tag team titles as of yet, but Pretty Deadly is there. You still have Fraxia. And you could also have Miz and Carmelo Hayes who could run up and become number 1 contenders. There's things that are set in place on SmackDown. You've got, like I said, with the U.S. title, Jacob Fatu, you've got Damian, Drew, and LA Knight all intertwined into this title scene. And I suspect that Solo will probably be brought into there at some point as well. For the main event, like you've got, of course, you got Randy and you got John Cena, but nobody's heard from Cody. Cody hasn't been seen or heard from since WrestleMania. You got so much going on over on SmackDown, but the way that they have structured SmackDown, each title and each feud is set so that it can move easily into Backlash if necessary. Whereas on Raw, a lot of things are still hanging in the balance. The chaos on Raw is pretty much all you're going to get. By the time they really get things set in stone, we're going to be almost a week out from Backlash. I guarantee you. But I liked SmackDown today. It was a slow burner. It wasn't something to write home about. It wasn't nothing like, oh my God, this shit is crazy. But it was a good show that set up what it needed to set up so you could move into the next medium, especially with Backlash being around the corner the way that it is. So y'all let me know in the comments how y'all felt about Backlash. I really enjoyed, how you feel about SmackDown. Pardon me. How you felt about SmackDown. The show itself was good. I really enjoyed it. We're going into Backlash. There's only one match booked for Backlash right now as we know it, and that is John Cena versus Randy Orton for the WWE Undisputed Championship. So we have that. You guys can go over to my page and go and listen to my thoughts on WrestleMania's the roast that they have for WrestleMania. I did lay out everything I needed y'all to know in that video. It's podcast style. You ain't got to sit and watch no video or nothing crazy. It's podcast style. It's simple, easy. Just put it on in the background and listen, and y'all can comment under there. I got some people that commented on there already, and I have a small amount of views. But if y'all could please do your girl a favor and go listen to the video. Okay? Love you so much. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up over here. Okay? I appreciate y'all and I love y'all. All right? Let me see. Quan Jones said that the tag team match was 1,000% better than the New Day versus War Raiders. Yeah. Ciampa was a pinata for a short time, and I'm going to call him Senor Pinata. And I say, hola, senor. That's funny. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Boondocks. Riley. You remember? Babe.
Yeah.
You remember Riley on the Boondocks when he'd be like, Senor Pinata.
Oh, yeah,
he said, hola, Pinata.
Goddamn Granddad was getting his ass whooped.
Yeah.
Oh, man, she looked like you Senor Pinata.
He said, hola, Pinata. I don't know why nobody picking him. I don't know why either. I'm very confused, Brandy, but I know that boy hurting right now. But all he gotta do is when he get a team is to show up and show out. Nicole is mad. Do you hear me? She is pissed. She said, I paid money. And you know what? That was my bonus pay. I could have had bought a Coach purse. You is right. You could have. The fake oh my God, Brandy. Montez is stupid as hell. If y'all have not watched this match, I'm sure this clip is going around everywhere. Montez grabbed a fan's prosthetic leg and beat Johnny Gargano with it. It was the best thing on the card. I swear to God, it was so good. It was so good. Oh, I'm fighting Hunter. That's crazy. SmackDown was horrible to me. Okay. Alrighty. If you didn't like it, that's fine. But everything can't be full on chaos. Sometimes you gotta set some stuff up. I didn't think it was horrible. I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was a good show. But if you didn't like it, that's your business. Not gonna convince you to like it, babes. Oh yeah, tomorrow we're gonna be reading more of Rico's book. So if you just want a little chill session, like I'm gonna have my little drink this time, and Jared's gonna be out, so I'm gonna be here by myself. So I'm gonna have my drink, I'm gonna have my snackadoos, and we're gonna be sitting here and we're gonna be reading Rico's book. We're gonna read a couple chapters and we're gonna talk about the chapters and how y'all feel about how the story is progressing. I'm gonna try to recap some of it, but the way my brain is set up, I probably gonna forget a lot of it. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'll remember it as I read it. It'll come back in flashes and waves, but that happens when I read any book. So pardon me, but yeah, I might ask Rico to recap it if I bring him in here. If he'll be around when I do it. I'm gonna go live like I'll go live at like 8:39, I think. If Rico can't make it in, he can always watch it in the playback for sure. When I walk in, not as he should. Good for him. I done seen it all, girl. And we still waiting on that Ted singles run. I think that'll happen later. I don't think he didn't want to break up with Dawkins, which I fully understand. They got me in the kitchen again tomorrow, so we finna see if I can make it in. Okay. Me seeing Champa with his clean shaven face, stranger danger, stranger danger, stranger danger. That freaked me out. I was like, who the fuck is that? Who is that? And where's Don at? He usually be in here yelling at me. I'll send you a voice memo recapping that you can play. Oh, cool. Who injured? Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for coming over here, listening to me rant and rave. I hope y'all enjoyed this recap of SmackDown. The way the show was structured and how everything played out, I enjoyed the show. It was a slow burn, like I said. It wasn't like Raw where it just completely blew up and kept blowing up. It wasn't like that at all. It gave you exactly what you needed leading into Backlash and setting up the new feuds for the show that we're going to be interested in heading into the rest of this year. So I am just, it was a good show and I wasn't bored with the 3 hour mark. Let's put it that way. So y'all don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I love just a lot. Okay. Rico said, but I felt so bad before I left because I was sitting there eating my black bean burger and a side of chili and everyone was stressing. I don't know why. I would have ate my food, put my shit in the trash, made sure my dishes got in the sink, and then I'd be like, see y'all tomorrow. Bye. I was looking at the time in the dining room. It said, do these customers know they got 30 minutes? 30. Yes, girl. They don't care about that. But you know what? I've been known to go in a restaurant when it's about to close in 30 minutes. And I know that a lot of people hate that. But it was a good reason. So like just to take all this before I go, like we went to a ball and the ball food was nasty. It was nasty. And we wanted something to eat. And we wanted to go to a restaurant and go order food. And baby, we went in there and ordered food and they was racist as hell towards us. They did not like the fact that we was in there. But I would like we were tipping very, very real. Like we went in there and the first thing we did was we apologized. We were like, we know you guys are 30 minutes out from closing, but you know, we went somewhere, the food was terrible, and we just want to get a quick bite to eat. Oh, that lady did not want to hear nothing we had to say. She didn't want to hear that. She was like, here are your menus. Threw the menus at us, gave us watered down, nasty drinks. I was like, okay, girl. I left her a dollar tip. I sure did. Because you was disrespectful. If you hadn't been like disrespectful, treating us like trash, definitely would have left you a $50 tip. You know what I'm saying? $50 tip. Straight up. We tip real good around these parts. I only felt bad because we went dead and then I clocked out and then I walked back in and the screen just filled up with dine in and carry out orders. And I said, where all these come from? I wouldn't feel bad. Baby. Wouldn't feel bad at all. I'd be like, oh, my bed is calling me. My bed is calling. She calling. Anyways, I'm gonna get on out of here and I will see y'all tomorrow. We're gonna read Rico's book and chill out. And we're gonna talk all about his book. So if you just want to come kick it with me tomorrow and listen to me read his book like I did a few weeks ago, police. Come on back over here tomorrow around 8:39 and we're gonna be reading the books. Okay. If you want to recap, go and watch the previous live where I was reading the book. You can see it clearly on my page. Okay. It's not hard to find, but let me see if I can pull it up for y'all so y'all can see it. So you can know which video to look at if you want to give yourself a quick recap. Hold on. Let me get to to the subscriptions. Zevi got 1 million subscribers. I hate that name. I'm in struggling right now. My god damn. Okay. So y'all can see which book, what we're going to be reading tomorrow. She is right here. Where the Dead Still Walk is what we're going to be reading tomorrow. She is right there in the middle, right there between SmackDown and Raw. Y'all could go and check and recap so you can, get yourself reactivated to the book. And that way, when we read, you won't feel like, you are, you're out of line, you're left out. You don't want to feel left out. Okay. So you can go back and listen to the book that I read last week. We're going to continue that this week. Okay. Now, if you don't want to do that and you just want Rico to give you a quick once over of the book, he's going to leave me a voice memo and I'm going to play it for y'all. And then y'all can hear Rico's iteration of the book, and then we'll go into reading the next chapters. Rico, don't forget to send me the Google Drive of the chapters so I can pull them up, because I only have 1 through 6, I think. And I think you wrote like 7, 8. Let me see what chapters I got. Is it still? Don't take it personal. I think I read chapter 3 last time, and there was hold on, let me double check. Let me see how many chapters I got. Yeah, I got 5. I have 5 chapters up here. So I have 4 and I got chapter 5. Yeah, I didn't get. You didn't send me 7. I have 4 and I have 5. And I don't have 6, 7, and you still working on 8, if I recall. Okay. So when Rico get done with the rest of it, no, I didn't get 6. Because you were gonna try 4, and I told you it was a longer chapter. Yeah, I didn't want to read it, and it was super, super long. I was already stumbling over shit. It's gonna be interesting with the alcohol tomorrow. I'm gonna be stumbling over a lot of shit. But anyways, y'all be sure to make sure you follow me. We're gonna continue to read Rico's book, and we're gonna start off with chapter 4 tomorrow. Hiram, you are late, honey. You are late. We're gonna start off with chapter 4. He said chapter 4 is 20 pages. Oh my god. Oh my god. 20 pages. Whoo, child. We're gonna have chapter 4. I wanna make some charcuterie nachos tomorrow with the jam and the prosciutto and the cheese and the brie. I would have to buy some stuff to do that. I do that another time, but then I'll film it for my members so they can see what I did. But y'all, we're gonna be out here tomorrow. We're gonna be drinking and eating and reading Rico's book and having a conversation about the book. And if y'all want me to keep doing this outside of the book, we can do this with other books. Okay, we're gonna have a good time. Okay. I know, don't worry about apologizing. It's cool. We ain't gotta worry about it. He said, so y'all hoes better be in here. We're going to read it tomorrow, and we're going to have a good time, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to have a discussion just like any other book club. Okay? So I will see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully everybody come in tomorrow. I know some of y'all are not like book fans, but if I'm reading it, all you got to do is listen. So you can do that. It's nothing stopping you from just listening. Those of you who just want to hear me rant and rave about wrestling, don't worry. It's wrestling content up on the page and some new stuff is coming. I'm going to do another analysis of a couple wrestling characters that I think deserve an analysis, and I want to talk about them. So you may have some new videos coming next week. One of them rhymes with Smith Hollins. Okay. Figure it out for yourself. Okay. And beer. Okay, we go do some stuff. We gonna talk about some people. We gonna clock some T's. We also gonna talk about Bianca Belair because I feel like Bianca's getting unnecessarily hated, and when she turns heel, y'all gonna be mad because it's gonna be dragging hoes. But we gonna get all of that. We're gonna talk about all of that in my next couple of videos, my next couple analysis. We're gonna be having conversations. But tomorrow, we're gonna be reading Rico's book and having a great time talking shit about his characters, honey, because I already don't like some of his characters. And he said it get worse. So I'm be cussing people out tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.